Hi, this is the final video in this particular series once we've been travelling through Lent towards Easter, and today of course is Easter Sunday. And today I've just got two thoughts really to sum up my particular journey through Easter this year. So the first thought is that Easter really celebrates the whole idea of Passover. I love the fact that Jesus died at Passover. That was the feast that he chose, that signified exactly what his death was all about. And Passover was that moment in time where God rescued his people, he redeemed his people, he brought them back out of slavery, took them out of Egypt and brought them into, eventually, the Promised Land. So Jesus' death and resurrection, the heart of that story is all about freedom. Freedom from the powers, freedom from the things that would grab us and try to make us into something that we're not designed to be. And freedom for us to live life fully and abundantly. So that's the first really simple thought. And the second thought that I have as I've gone through Lent this year is that we're really following the Lamb. And that whole symbol of a lamb is just not a symbol that most world leaders, probably any world leaders, would choose. They would rather be known for their power, for their strength, for their might. But Jesus, the way of Christ, is that he is the Lamb. I love it when John, the Apostle John, has his revelation and writes the book of Revelation, and I get that sense that, he hears the sound of a mighty lion roaring, and as he turns to see what he could hear, he sees a lamb seated on the throne. Following the way of Christ is really turning our back on the way of this world entirely and saying, I'm going to be like the Lamb. I'm going to choose to put God's glory on display, and I'm going to do that as I choose to be a grain of wheat, emptying myself, falling into the ground, disappearing, dying, changing completely so that I can then transform others. So that's really the two thoughts I want to leave you with this Easter. We had a great morning here this morning, and you can see the remains of our Easter fire over my shoulder. And for the rest of this little video clip, I'm just going to let you into our morning, where we had the Easter fire, we lit our candles from the Paschal candle, we reminded ourselves that we were identifying ourselves with Christ in his death, also in his resurrection. And I'm just going to let that play, and it's probably going to play for 5 minutes or so. I'd encourage you to think about, where in your life do you need freedom? I love that line in the whole story of Passover where Moses says to the Israelites, these Egyptians that you see today, you will never see again. What is it that you'd like to be freed from? You never see it again. And then similarly, think about, how are you following the Lamb and the way of the Lamb? So as you enjoy the Easter fire and the crackling as it fades out, we say, bless you, have a happy Easter, live in resurrection fullness, and I'll probably see you in another series of meditations at some point. Bless you from Urban Abbey in Nottingham in the UK. Bye.